You can't hold me back, you can't hold me down. Put me in the game, gotta get it right now. You can't hold me back, you can't hold me down. Put me in the game, gotta get it right now. Whoa, on me, you know I'm the one and only. All them other ones is phony.
What up, YouTube? Welcome to my channel. Your boy is back with another video, man. And look, today I'm gonna be giving you guys five, that's right, man, 5 things that I love about trucking. If you're new to the channel, by the way, I gotta give you a round of applause, man. So this is for you. Shout out to all the new ATV viewers. Listen, man, before we do a deep dive, y'all already know you still blowing it. Listen, if you stressed out, you may want to try this stress relief, man. Now, I'm just joking. I'm not sure if this gonna actually help you with your stress, man, but it definitely helps with the aroma in my studio. We're gonna put that right there. All right, so let me start with the first one. Number 1, low barrier to entry. Listen, the beautiful thing about trucking is that you don't have to go to school for a long period of time to get into trucking. You don't have to pay a large lump sum of money per se to get into trucking and obtain your CDL. And so for anyone that, you may be thinking like, man, school isn't for me. I don't want to go to college. I'm, working a job that I'm not happy with. I'm not making a lot of money. And you want to, try something different, trucking. Obtaining your CDL, very simple thing to do. All right, a few $1,000s, depending on where you go to get your training. The course 3 weeks minimum. Some are longer, again, depending on where you go to get your training. But where else can you go? 3-week course, which is what I did. I paid a few $1,000s, got a skill, and now I'm making a decent amount of money in a career that didn't take me a lot of money to get into it. So low barrier to entry is definitely one thing that I love about trucking. Number 2 would be opportunities. Once you get that CDL license, there are a plethora of opportunities in the trucking industry that you can take advantage of. There are a lot of different types of trucking that you can get into, whether you want to get a local trucking job, over the road, regional. Doesn't matter if you want to do tanker, dry van, flatbed. It doesn't matter, man. It's just a variety of different things that you can do within the trucking industry. All right, so the opportunities are endless. It's a lot of money to be made in the trucking industry. You can even become an owner operator, right? And you don't necessarily need a CDL to become an owner operator. But if trucking is really your passion and it's something that you've been aspiring to do and to be an entrepreneur in this space, becoming an owner operator is definitely something that you can get into within the trucking industry. Obviously, the more experience you have in the trucking industry, it just makes you that much more valuable as a candidate, as a truck driver. It gives you a better chance at landing the better paying jobs when you have that experience. In addition to the experience, you have endorsements under your belt, just makes you a more valuable candidate. So I highly suggest, if you're going to be in this trucking industry long term, you definitely want to go ahead and get all those endorsements, and it helps get you in the door much quicker than somebody who doesn't. All right, so that's just a little bit of advice, particularly for new people that's getting into the industry. All right, go ahead and get those endorsements. The sooner the better. And also, you probably want to take advantage of getting those endorsements before they come out with new regulations and laws and things of that nature. Start changing things up that makes it a little bit more difficult to get those endorsements. So that's something else that you probably want to keep in mind. Go ahead and get those endorsements now before things change. You guys already know how the FMCSA does it sometimes. Go ahead and get it now. All right, don't procrastinate. So that's number 2, opportunities. Number 3, for me, man, solitude. Just being alone inside of that truck by myself, not behind four walls, just the open road and me, right? I don't have a manager looking over me. I don't have another driver or nobody else in my truck. It's just me and the road. All right. I do my job, get the job done. I get off work. I go home. I enjoy my day. And that's pretty much what it is, right? One thing I do like about my job is that our managers are not breathing down our neck, calling us every 5 minutes, trying to figure out where we are. They leave us alone. We do our job. We get paid. That's pretty much the cycle. All right. That's how it works over here at GFS where I work, man. Like, that's, like I said, I love that about this job. It's just nobody is over you and, bothering you. You get your job done and that's it, man. You go home and you enjoy your day. That's pretty much how it is. And so, I know there are some companies out there, they may, do a lot of micromanaging or, calling you every 5 minutes, but that's not my situation that I'm in. So I'm grateful to be in the situation that I'm in where I don't have to deal with that. But definitely the solitude, man, just being by myself. I know some guys probably have partners with them, depending on, what you're doing, what type of job you have. But if you're a solo driver, it's just you in the truck, man. Number 4 would be flexibility, man. Once you have that CDL, and like I mentioned earlier, when you have those endorsements, when you have the experience, that just makes you more of a valuable candidate in the trucking space. So it gives you a lot of flexibility to be able to find different jobs anywhere for the most part in the country. If there is a position available or opening at the company that you're working for, it's usually not a problem to relocate and get a job there. Again, it definitely helps if you have experience and you have endorsements to get, different jobs out there. Once you have that CDL, man, you pretty much can go anywhere for the most part and find a job. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it may take you a little longer. It just depends, particularly if you're trying to do something different from what you're already doing, particularly if you're a company driver and you don't want to relocate or you don't want to stay with that company, you want to go to a whole nother, company and do something different. It may take you a little longer, but again, if you have that experience, I guarantee you that's gonna reduce that time in which you're able to find a job. All right. Keep that CDL driving record clean. You shouldn't have a problem finding a job. Last but not least, man, number 5 for me, I just think it's cool. I just think it's cool to be able to operate, 80,000 pounds of machinery. For me, every time I look in that side mirror and I see that long trailer, coming around the corner when I'm making a turn or something like that, I just think it's cool, man, just to be able to look back and see that trailer and you handling that equipment, man. I'll be honest, man, like for me, I never really envisioned myself being a truck driver, right? And to be honest with you guys, I still don't consider myself to be a truck driver. I'm just a guy who drives a truck. I'm like the only truck driver in my family. So, I hear a lot of people have stories where, somebody in the family was a truck driver, whether it was a grandfather, a father, a sibling, something along those lines, to where they had history. That wasn't my story. With the exception of my cousin, who was an owner operator, we're pretty much the only 2 truck drivers in our family. You know what I'm saying? So again, there was nobody who I looked to say, you know what, I want to be like this person. I want to be a truck driver. I never really saw that for myself. Growing up, just wasn't, what I seen growing up, the people who I seen who were truck drivers out there growing up and just, traveling and things of that nature, they didn't look like me. You know what I'm saying? And so I thought it was, kind of cool, especially as a kid, trying to get them to blow that air horn. You know, it wasn't nothing I really, you know, thought about doing as an adult. But now that I'm doing it, you know, it's amazing how the trucking industry has changed over the years, man. It's a lot of diversity in the trucking space. We see a lot of females in the trucking industry now, young females at that. You know what I'm saying? All of those sort of things, man. I just think, you know, I think it's a beautiful thing to see so much diversity within this industry. I think it's great for the culture. I think it's great for the trucking industry as a whole to, you know, be able to provide opportunities for anybody who wants to get into this space. If you look on the YouTube platform, you have a wide variety of people that have content on YouTube that are doing some amazing things. You know, when people see that, I think that also is intriguing for, you know, young ladies, young men. They see that, and to some degree it may look cool to a lot of them. Like, dang, if they can do that, I can do it. You know what I mean? Like, I just think it piques a lot of interest. And when you see somebody that look like you doing something, it really gives you the confidence that you can do the same thing. To see the opportunities that are out there for men, women, young adults, I think this industry is going to continue to grow, and more people, you know, are gonna get into the industry. So those are my 5 things that I love about the trucking industry. You guys let me know some of the things that you like or love about this industry in the comments. Look, I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. Until the next video, I catch you guys later, man. Y'all take care. Peace.